Right.
Uh,
Back for another one, but this time,
happy and safe and sound,
yes.
and no accidents. So
As
yeah,
you may have noticed, we are not at home this time. Where are we?
we're at Mount Herman volunteering for a camp, for a family camp,
Yes.
one that you've been a part of now for
I want to say
10,
12 years.
10 years,
I
12
think
years.
I've been doing this for 12 years, every Thanksgiving almost.
I was a camper here for 1 year and just absolutely fell in love with the staff, with the organization, the people. And now this is my second year counseling or volunteering as a counselor. So
Actually met your
yeah,
brother here at camp,
yeah,
and I met you here at camp, and
right.
your sister-in-law.
My sister-in-law as well.
Yes.
And then yeah, that's a little bit of how
What are
our
you
origin
thankful for?
story. Our
What are you
origin
thankful
story.
for?
I'm thankful for family this year. I'm thankful for friends, for just community, and just being able to live, here in this beautiful country. And I'm so excited for next year too. I know it was a little bit of a janky year. We had a lot of crazy things going on, but that's every year pretty much, right? Something always happens
Yes.
in every. What are you thankful for?
I'm actually really thankful for this camp. The people that I've met at this camp have become my lifelong friends. Um, you know, that includes you.
Yes, you are my friend. You are my
Don't
friend.
touch me.
Yeah, sweet.
Well, we just want to say happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We did end up wanting to also talk about this terrible movie experience that I had.
Movie review section. So
Yeah.
you watched Gladiator with
Gladiator
my brother.
2.
Gladiator 2 with my brother.
Yes.
And then
So we watched Gladiator 1 together.
Oh yeah, we watched Gladiator 1 together.
Just to get a refresher of this amazing original movie.
Yeah.
And I was really hoping Gladiator 2.
And it was so good.
It was
Gladiator is so good. One of the best movies of all time. Definitely in everybody's top 10. Like they might
top
not
10
admit it.
Before you die.
Yeah,
you should watch
you
this
should
movie
watch. You should
for
definitely
sure.
watch it.
Gladiator 2.
It's only 2 hours long, so it's not too long, but it's not too short. And
Gladiator 2 though.
Great acting. Joaquin did a good job. What's the protagonist's name?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe did a great job. And yeah, now we're here. We've waited so many, like a decade or almost 2 decades for Gladiator 2, and
it feels
then
like it's been like 20 years.
And then Brian doesn't. Well, he has some things to say.
I just want to rant a little bit. I just want to have the freedom rant. I mean, it was supposed to be this Thanksgiving big break movie, life changing, 20 years in the making kind of sequel, and I had my doubts going in.
Yeah.
And when I walked in and I was watching it, and I just remember the first spoiler alert here. So
yeah.
The first fight scene, it was just some goofy first arena scene with some goofy dog monkey animal that I don't think exists in the real world.
Right.
And I'm like, this is supposed to be not Lord of the Rings or something. Like, what are we watching here?
So it was too fantastical.
It was too fantastical. And you know what's crazy is there's a scene where the gladiator, he like bites the dog monkey.
Okay.
And then the dog monkey has this very human reaction of like that kind of thing where he's like, oh, that hurts almost. Yeah. He almost started talking, okay?
Yeah.
And I just thought it was the stupidest thing because I'm like, a dog or a dog monkey, whatever that animal is, would have just bitten his face.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, it was like a very human reaction of like, oh, stop biting me. And I'm like, that's not how animals work.
Yeah.
That's just not how animals work.
Well, yeah. It was just weird. That's just weird, right?
And then there was a scene where there was this
overdone thing.
Right. There was this massive rhino that this guy rides, and this rhino is so big that it might as well have been a T-Rex, honestly.
Yeah.
He could have ridden in on a T-Rex or a dragon.
Have you ever seen
Unicorn?
a rhino in real life, by the way?
A rhino?
Yeah. They're huge. They're huge beasts. You know what I mean? They are huge beasts.
But imagine it was like a walking house.
Yeah. It's not that big. So
I'm like, where did they get a tank from? Or especially the things about on ships and they're battling each other, but the ship was inside the Colosseum, which I've now come to understand that they did actually stage those.
Yes, that is historically accurate.
Right. But the thing is, they had sharks in the waters in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
And then the sharks would come and attack when somebody falls off the ship. And then the next day, the Colosseum's completely dry.
Yeah.
I don't know. They
So
just had great
some
technology back in the day,
some
you know?
movie magic. I mean, we do know that they had great aqueducts and water systems in Rome. But aside from that, the movie you think
It was so
didn't
terrible.
do
The acting was terrible, okay, too. Like,
okay.
it was like every scene was as if somebody was trying to win some, like, award or something for overacting. It was like the Angelina Jolie effect.
Okay. All
Like,
right.
I'm like, who talks like this?
Yeah.
Ever. Nobody talks like that. It was just the weirdest thing. And I don't, this is something I can't stand, is when every movie needs to satisfy every colors of the alphabet.
Okay.
I don't know if we might.
That's a little bit weird too, right?
Yeah, I'm like, and
The
I get it
first
that the
movie-
Roman culture might have some of that. But,
Yeah. The Roman culture was a weird culture, and anyways, there was
but
nothing.
they just maximized it.
Yeah,
though.
there was no focus on anybody else aside from warriors and soldiers and
Right.
politicians.
I
from
halfway
Rome
expected
at the time.
the protagonist to come out as like bird gendered or something halfway through the movie. That's
Man.
how like every single person was confused with their identity or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
So I mean, I was waiting to hear reviews from people. I was waiting for the internet to like kind of give me a breakdown. I like being spoiled. If I'm gonna spend money, if I'm gonna sit down to watch a movie, I need to make sure it's a good movie. I wouldn't recommend you watch it. I trust his opinion.
I literally
I
called
wouldn't
him up and
recommend-
was just like, "This is terrible."
He shot me a text like, "Don't watch it," and I was happy I didn't pay any money.
There's a scene in the original Gladiator where Russell Crowe, he tells his cavalry, if you find yourself alone walking in a field of grass, you are in Elysium, you are already dead. Don't be afraid, or something along this line, right? I must have butchered it.
The fields
terribly.
of grass, whatever.
Right. But it was cool because it was like a lighthearted chuckle scene where the cavalry, they're about to go into battle, so there's this like kind of like relief moment, right?
Yeah.
And they try to create that nostalgic effect with the second movie. And then so when the protagonist in the second movie says his line, this supposedly super inspirational moment, and so he tries to talk about death, except his line was so trashy. I kid you not, it was something like this. Where we are is not death, and death is not where we are. And I was like, I ain't signed up for that war. I don't want to fight with that speech.
Yeah, a little.
What does that even mean? Death is not where we are, and where we are is not death. I
wonder who wrote that.
Which high school student did this?
We're gonna fire some writers because I don't know that. I mean,
I don't even understand. Like, what does that even mean? Like, why am I supposed to go to war for that?
Yeah. So you saw a lot of overdone things, right?
I've had better speeches before we played dodgeball. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was more ready to go to war on a good dodgeball speech than that line right there.
Right. And I've seen these dodgeball speeches. They're pretty good.
Yeah, we're about to do a dodgeball tournament tonight. That's what we're talking about, dodgeball. But
yeah,
it's basically the same thing as like gladiators fighting the ring.
It's basically the
same level of excitement.
Same thing. So
more or less.
We're here now. What would you rate the movie?
I would say like maybe 4. And the reason I would rate it a 4 is because some of the action was good, but the storyline was so bad, and the development of the characters was so bad. There was never any consistency to any of the characters either. Like, you're supposed to feel that this character is who he is, and whether he goes through a life change that causes him to make certain adjustments in life. There's a scene where dude's like about to fight his mortal enemy, and then in the middle of the heat of the battle, he like realizes like they're like homeboys or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, we're friends now." And then like, I'm
everybody's
not gonna
happy.
kill you.
Yeah, and then everybody's happy, or
and then that guy got shot by arrows. But that's besides the point. Perfect movie, terrible. Watch it.
I trust this opinion. It's an opinion that's been watching movies for decades now.
Too many movies.
It's even before you would actually go into a theater and watch.
Are you calling me old? You're calling me old, dude.
But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Please tell us what you're thankful for this year. Happy Thanksgiving,
or you go watch Gladiator, waste money,
do not,
and then write on our comment section why it's a terrible movie.
Yes, don't watch Gladiator 2, please. It's not a good movie. You said what? A 3 out of 10?
I would give it a 4, generous.
4 out of 10. You don't want to watch a 4 out of 10 movie. Thank you so much for watching.
All right, bye.
Bye.